First of all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Second of all, here we are back with Moriarty the Patriot. This is episode 20, The White Knight of London, Part 2. So, yeah, when we left off, that happened. And these guys were like, now we gotta go after that really nice guy's brother. And I'm like, it's not gonna be a good time for nobody. So I was wrong. He's actually really nice. He's actually a really good guy. Just based on the fact that these dudes are trying to take out his brother for the dude, he's a nice guy. Alright, and skip. Yeah, this is gonna be upsetting. I can already tell because this man is a nice guy. He's like genuinely like sweet and honorable. Yeah, I just got a bunch of information I could use to literally bring all this bad shit crashing down, and I don't know if I should use it or not. Dismisses his brother. Like, he's like, I don't need you to do all this stuff, you know, but he feels like he has to. Oh, okay. So he was doing it to take care of his mom. He wasn't doing it because he's like a bad person. He was doing it because he was trying to take care of his mom who's in the hospital. I thought he said, and then he silenced himself. I'm like, sure. That's not at all what he said. Yeah, so their plan is to go to his house and remove his brother from life, right? In order to break him. Because they believe if they can take... You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Harvey Dent. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Harvey Dent. Because remember in Batman, the ones with Christian Bale, they talked about, like, oh, if we can bring him down, then it'll show everyone that, like, even the best of the best, the goodest of the goodest, the most honorable of the honorable will turn to crime and darkness and bad stuff when it really comes down to it. Because that was, like, the Joker's whole thing, is, like when he took all those criminals, like he had the criminals on one boat and then he had the citizens on the other, and he was like, yeah, they're going to totally just, and it will show that people deep down are evil. So that's what they're trying to do. Oh god. Oh shit. Run in there. Run in there. Stab, stab, stab. That's like, yeah, you look like a dick. Basically. This guy's not gonna do it. He's gonna send that guy who looks like he's from a Dark Souls game after him. Keep the papers. So this guy is like evil newspaper Moriarty. That's what I would say. Uh-oh. Oh, not good! Oh, run away! His is like really big! I keep forgetting his name is Fred. Crap. So they sent assassins into his house to take everyone out in order to break him. What's even worse is, like, I can't even imagine how absolutely terrified and helpless he must have been in that instance, and I know for a fact that he is going to be like, if I had been here, this wouldn't have happened. If I had been here, I could have protected them. You know, if only I had been here. This is my fault for pushing so hard for all of this. He's going to blame himself. Because this is all he had left, was this house and the people working there who he seemed to treat as family, and then his little brother. Because he's the one who did it. So he's probably someone else who is being blackmailed by this guy, just like that officer. Now, that being said, I understand where the officer was coming from because of his mother, and I'm sure the Sturge dude, he's got something. But the point of, like, being tempted and good and evil and stuff like that is that you always have a choice on where you stand and what you do, right? So, even though they're being blackmailed and threatened and stuff, they still have a choice. This man decided to go along with this. And that's really unfortunate because for him, he saw Sturge as a friend, right? Yeah, and he's like, my brother couldn't have gotten away from you. There's no way he could have ran from you, defended himself from you, and you still did this? You know, like, how could you do something like that, especially to my brother? Oh, so they have his wife and child, and that's why he did it. Which, honestly, his wife and child are probably gone, unfortunately, because the news guy, I keep forgetting his name, Milverton, is kind of sadistic. So he's just like, here, go ahead, take me out. It's like, okay. What do you expect him to say no? He's literally mentally broken right now. Mentally and emotionally broken right now. And when you go through something like this, sometimes your brain actions and your body actions don't line up, right? Like, literally, you just, like, act. Adrenaline pumping, rage. You know, it's literally what they would call a crime of, like, passion, right? Bring the White Knight down and show everyone that at the core of their being, people are evil. But he can't do it because it's not who he is. Because at the core of his being, I mean, he might still do it. He might just, oh, he did it. Okay, I was going to say, maybe he's not going to. But at the core of his being, he is not a bad man. But this is a man who's literally been pushed to the brink of, like, everything. And it's really unfortunate because, again, at his heart, he's not a bad person. He's a good person. He cares about people. He cares about those who can't defend themselves. He's a wonderful human being. And this piece of trash, Milverton, took this man's heart and his honor and tore it to pieces. And he's realizing, like, I just did this. Dude, Assassin's Creed or Agent 47 needs to get in here and help this man, okay? You got him facing the fucking Dark Souls mini-boss and someone from another show. Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't know about all that. Oh, yay! Assassin's Creed! Sorry, I didn't get here fast enough. Oh, yep, duck and cover. This dude's on it. He's definitely on something. It's high time we ended this. Then the minute Assassin's Creed shows up, they just fucking dive out of a window. Alright. All of you, this guy doesn't talk much. He's like, He's like the very stoic, evil barbarian. And I I don't know if this was a study in Scarlet's plan. I don't think he wanted this man to lose everything. I think maybe he wanted to get Milverton out into the open, but I don't think any of them wanted him to suffer. I took someone's life. You don't say. You're kind of. Yeah, he feels awful. A study in Scarlet is gonna find a way because that's who he is. He's gonna take this and he's gonna use it. Yes, here he comes.
アルバートの弟ウィリアムです。弟、君にも弟がしてくださいました。あなたは誰かにはめられの平等の実現を阻もうとした。つまりあなたは利用されたのです。
Yep, he's been used because he's a good man at heart. And the kind of political world he lives in, like, for them, they have no space for good men. They have no space for honorable men.
もしそのつもりが終わりなら、あなたのその命。
In order to fix what has happened, I will take. I think what he's saying is he's going to take responsibility, right? Because they were going to. I really think that they were going to find a way to ask Whitley to join their circle somewhat. But I don't think that they 100% expected his family to be taken out the way that they were. I really don't. So he's told him to just say that your family and the bodyguards who were officers were taken out. And he's like, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm not gonna stop no matter what happens. He's asked him basically to put on this mask, right? Of that good heart, of that honor, of that positivity for this moment. Yep, that's a study in Scarlet. So, I'm guessing he's like, since you are going to use your life as payment for this, then allow me to take your life as a way to fix what has been broken. So he's ousting himself right now as the Lord of Crime, right? By doing this, by allowing the White Knight to keep his image, to continue to be seen as this honorable and good person, he has literally ousted himself as a Lord of Crime to protect this man and to make sure that their plan for equality goes through. And this dude's working for them. And even though this is all a part of their plan to make sure that it goes through, it's still a very honorable thing that a study in Scarlet and his brothers and their companions are doing. Because they feel like this is their fault, right? And they're like, we have to keep this man's image as it is. He has to be able to be the White Knight of London because people need a symbol, and we can't be that big bright symbol. Like, that's not who we are, but this man is that symbol. Just like Harvey Dent.
雌雄を決するとしようミルバート
And that was part 2! Yo, that was good. Alright, bye guys.